Welcome back, everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor and I'm Jewel. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a tutorial. Basically a subscriber and viewer wrote a question and I'm going to try to answer their question and show them how to get their object or building or whatever they've clicked on, or their mod, whatever it is that's in the game, in the map, uh, how to get it zeroed out, so to speak. So let's click on this and let me explain. So basically, this right here, this Gizmo, they having a problem where their Gizmo is, say, here, and say this object is way out there, and then they're dragging this and the object's so far away they can't get it to place their object or whatever they're needing to place good because it's over here. And this, you start dragging it and this is still way over here going real slow. So I'm going to show you how to straighten that out if you're having that problem. Okay, so in this case, this one right here, if you'll look, I've clicked on Village Park Area. Now, if you don't know what map this is, I'm going to show you real quick. Okay, so basically you would go to D drive or wherever your Farming Simulator game is. Could be on C drive under Program Files 86 and so on. I'll click on it and show you. You go to Steam, double click, and then Steam Apps, double click, Common, double click, and then find Farming Simulator, whatever one you're doing, which in this case 22, but in my case it's in D drive and it's under Steam Library, so that's where I'm gonna go, but it depends on where yours is. I don't know where yours is, so we're gonna go in here, double click Steam Apps, double click Common, double click Farming Simulator 22, double click Data or Data, double click, and in this case Maps, double click, and then in this case it's a map FR that I'm on, and then I would double click it, then I would come down to map and double click that, and then it would open this, and then you select the one, the Giants editor you want to use, and in this case it for 22 it's going to be 9.0.4, and I'd click OK and it would open up the map. So I'm not going to do that because I already have it open, as you can see, and we're going to pick this, and we want to set it up right, okay? And then watch what happens when I export it. Okay, I'm gonna show you what happens. So I'm gonna hit File. We're gonna export it. Make sure first that you get the whole thing. So we're gonna close that so you can see Village Park Area. Get that whole little area right here, okay? And make sure it's highlighted. Now click File, Export Selection with Files, and I'm doing this to recreate their problem, and you'll understand in a minute. I didn't have anything that I can think of that already had that problem, so I just creating the problem. Alright, so now I'm going to go to my map, which I'm already there, but if you're not there, just go to your map, wherever you're going to put it. In my case, it's in Documents, My Games, Farming Sim 22, Mods, my map name, and then I can make a new folder. Go ahead and hit New Folder. And I can just call it whatever. Park. I'll just call it Park. This just for a tutorial. I wouldn't make a whole folder just for that. But in this case, in case you're doing maybe buildings, or you're doing houses, or whatever if you got a specific thing, it's up to you. Or if you're just doing objects, then you can do a whole one like that. Open it up. Click in this file name area and type the name of what you have up in the top right corner there. Village, capital P, lowercase a, R-K, and then area. Alright, Village Park Area. Then we're going to hit Save. We're going to hit Yes and Yes. Okay, now that we've done that, be sure to close this out. I'm not going to do it yet. But be sure you close it out and hit no, you don't want to save it, because this is your main game map. Do not change anything or delete anything or move anything in here, or you're messing up your main game map. So you would X out, hit no, you don't want to save it, and get out of there. Okay, now we're going to go back to where we just put the file. So I'm going to go to Documents, My Games, double click, FS22 double click, mods double click, the map name double click, then find park double click, and click on the village park area and double click it. Open it in the editor, and once we open it, I'll show you. Once we click on it, it's not going to be just right there together. So you can see it's not there. The gizmo's there, but our stuff is just wherever. See, way off away from that. And see, that's their problem. Their stuff is way away from the gizmo. Now I can't even find it. There it is. And their stuff's way away from the gizmo. Like that, as you can see. Alright, so what we're going to do is you can see that when you click on and highlight this village park area, it's all zeros in this attributes area under the X, Y, Z of both different translate and rotate. So what you're going to want to do is click over here on this plus sign and click on village park. You're going to come and put the cursor at the end of the translate X area at the end of the numbers. You're going to hit Shift Control C as in cat, let go of it. You hit it all at once and then let go, and that's going to grab all these three numbers. Then as soon as you do that, go ahead and highlight the number, the first one, and all three of them, and then hit 0. Highlight this Y one, all of them, hit 0. Highlight the Z and hit 0. Now it popped up into this area where the gizmo is. You don't have to mess with these right here on the rotate. Alright, so now we're going to come and you're going to click on the next one. Well, in this case, what you're going to do, you just copied those numbers from the village park. So now for the village park props, because it's directly under that, we're going to come over here and put the cursor in front of the 0. And we're going to hit Shift Control V as in Victor, and it's going to paste those numbers in. But that's not the only thing you got to do. You got to put your cursor at the front of that on the top one, and see, since that has no minus, you're going to add one. And the next one that don't have a minus, you're going to add one. Now the last one also doesn't have a minus, so you'll add one, and watch what happens when we do. It pops that stuff back over there that should have been there to begin with. Alright, now if one of these would have had a minus, you would have took the minus away. So if it had one, take it away. If it didn't have one, put one. So this one up here at the top didn't have one, so we added a minus. But if it had a minus 214, we would have took the minus away. Do the opposite of whatever it has, okay, on just those three translate X, Y, and Z. Okay, now we've done that one, but we have one more, as you see. So we'll click on it, and you'll say, well, what do I do now? Well, it's on 0, and it needed to be on 0. And so we click in front of it. We still have those same coordinates we did. We didn't change anything, so we still have them. We're going to hit Shift Control V as in Victor. It's going to do the same thing, and you're going to click it right at the front of it and put a minus. Click at the front of the other one, minus. Click at the front of the other one, and watch what happens. Hit minus, and there comes this other little thing, these little stains, as you can see there. And they went right to where they go, and I'm going to show you in the other area that everything went to where it was supposed to go, as you can see. Now that's how that looks, and that's where those stains are, as you can see. So right now, then you would save it, because you've opened it in your from your main i3D file. So then you're going to hit save. So save it. Okay, and now that's set. And now your gizmo is going to be right here, close to your stuff, and you're not going to be 100 million miles away from it. See, so should be right there. Yeah, there you go. See, the top one's right there. So when you move it, if you were to move it now, you would be able to move it. Don't do anything until you finish up. But we would close out of here essentially. But right now I'm not going to do that. But I'm gonna hop back to the other map, click on it, and I'm going to show you. See the stain spots? They're in that spot. See the trees? They're in those spots. and you come on down, you can see these poles. They're in that spot, same as the other, and I'll go back to the other so you can see. You got these trees, you got the stain, got the trees, and then you got to get down where you can see you got these light poles. So you got all that good stuff. And then you go back, and these other trees, they're not there because they're not highlighted. They're just separate trees. So you'd have to move them separately. Whoop, getting out of the screen here. So there we go. So anyway, then once you went in your other map, let's just go in this map for a second. Alright, we'll come hit File, Import. We'll go to the one we just did and click on it and click Open, since we already saved it, and it should be fine. And it should be all set. It should be all squared away. Let's get over there and see. Well, let's just hit F and get over there. Yep, there it is. And it's all together. So now when I go to move it, let me find somewhere to put it. Let's just drag it over here a little bit. We're going to hit Control B as in boy, left mouse click, and now you can see the gizmo and the stuff are together. And see, now you can move it around more easily than trying to do it the other way. Now, what I could do to show the other one in the game, like transferred, is we could click on this and do it again. File, export selection with files. We'll add an extra number. Type in village, park, area 2, and we'll know that this one will have the messed up gizmo. We'll hit save, yes and yes. Now we're going to go ahead straight into the other map and not even change anything, and we're going to bring it in, import, and get the number 2 because it's the one that's not been messed with. Bring it in, control, well, first we'll turn around and look at it. There's this little marker at 0, 0, but look where the building is, off over there. So now if I was going to start trying to move it, you know, you got it. That's what they're talking about. It's so far away from your gizmo. But anyway, I'm going to undo that a couple times, get it back to 0. And then, of course, you would just hit Control B to try to place it. But then you got these zeros moving. Then everything's moving, see? And so they're getting all messed up like that. And that's what their problem is. So, what you could do, let me see if I can pull this back. You can open it and click that, and then you could click it and bring it over here. Let's see if that helped any. See, put it a little closer. And then you got the props though. Now they're all separate. See, then what you would do is if you brought them, you'd still have to do the same sort of thing, because the numbers are going to be different there. Then you're going to have the prop numbers. They're going to be zeroed out to this one. So you're never going to get them over there properly. And the stains. So it's best to just take them and open the i3D on its own like I showed you. Fix it and then bring it in. So, but anyway, I hope that helped the viewer and all of you subscribers and viewers. And I'm going to go ahead and delete that so I don't forget. And I don't need that one either. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.